Hi guys, Luke here. Today we're going up to Duna with our little mini Duna rocket. We got Jebediah Kerman waiting to go. He's tired of sitting around. He looks pretty bored here, so we're gonna send him right away. Um, so this rocket's kind of neat for a couple reasons. It's number one, it's the smallest rocket that I've ever successfully gotten a capsule to Duna. But another nice feature is it's actually designed to look and act like a real rocket, in that you've got one stage here, a stage on top of it, and a stage on top of that, all kind of vertically stacked together. So he looks like he's having a much better time now that we're underway. I am gonna skip a lot of the boring stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and time accelerate and meet you guys up top. So, here we are, coasting to our apoapsis. We've got it set up to about 76 kilometers, which is pretty good. I usually like to do about 75 because, you know, it's closer to the planet and everything. Gonna jettison my fairings here, and now you can kind of start to see the little lander here. It's very tiny, so we're gonna put that up on Duna here. But first I've got to get up to orbit, which is only going to take just a small little burn here to get there. Not too much. That's probably about good, maybe a little less. Okay, so yeah, about 600 meters per second of delta V in about a minute's time. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit more and do my burn. Okay, we're in orbit successfully. Jebediah is excited. He loves weightlessness, so pretty cramped in his little capsule though. He doesn't really have a lot of room to float around and enjoy it, but such is the perils of being an astronaut. Anyway, I'm going to I do have to set up my burn to get to Duna here. So I believe it's right here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a little more there. And this should... Yes, okay, and we're almost there. Let's set that as my target. Looks like we should pretty much already have an intersect pretty close here. But, oh, there it is. There it is. Closest approach. Closest approach. Sun is in the way. Okay. 270. 283. Let's bring up. There we go. Okay, so that's good for now. I'm going to kind of fine-tune that once I get a little closer. But for right now, that will do perfect. So I'm going to... It's 12 minutes from now when I have the burn, so I'm gonna advance time further, and we'll do that burn and get ourselves on the way to Duna. I really should start this earlier because the nuclear engine that I have underneath is going to take quite a bit longer. The unfortunate thing right now is that this burn pretty much has to take place on the dark side of the planet, so you guys aren't really going to be able to see too much here. But you could probably see something. There we go. Jettison our second stage. And finish the rest of the burn on our way to Duna. Now we've got 38 seconds, so I'm going to skip a lot of this because this is the boring part, is waiting for this damn nuclear engine to to get us there. So yeah, we'll just skip ahead. Okay, so it didn't quite give me the encounter. I might have gone a little further than I should have, or I didn't go far enough, so we'll just fine-tune it a little bit. I think I went too far, so we're gonna go retrograde. And there we go, okay. So 26 million miles. Oh, what's this down to? 14. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, nope. Gotta go the other way. So this is probably not that exciting. I'm probably gonna skip a lot of this as well. The main thing I wanted to show is really just the little guy landing on Duna. So try to skip as much of this as possible. Okay. And here we are, escaping our planet's gravity, going out to distant places we have never been before. Well, yeah, I've been to Duna before, but going out on an adventure, boldly going to distant worlds. Ba 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 ba. Oh, there's Minmus. Alright. That's probably enough of that. Whee! So, here at my descending node, I'm pretty well lined up. I mean, I'm actually at zero degrees. So I don't really think I need to do too much as far as that, but I do want to try to get on a nice trajectory to where I'll get a little bit closer. Alright, I got a periapsis of about 9 kilometers. That's a little too close here. So, and every time I touch my keys, it changes, so let's try to do this as gently as possible. 10 kilometers is still way too close. I want to probably go... Oh, whoa, that's way too far. Ooh, 620. Alright, turn around, go a little bit more the other way. I've set a maneuver node here, and then using a tab, I selected it until I got to that maneuver node. That way I can kind of see a little closer what's going on here. 300 kilometers. Ooh, that's probably good enough for now. I'm gonna fine tune that once I get a little closer, because yeah, that's way too finicky at the moment. So, alright, we're good to go. Time acceleration. Alright, so I now have a encounter here with Duna. I'm kind of going the wrong way around the planet though. So what I'm gonna do is burn, I believe it'd be this way. No, it'd be the other way. Not 270. 90. This should be roughly about where I need to burn. Yeah. And this way, I can change that. I wanna, yeah, that's still too, that's a little too far away still. I wanna get a nice periapsis at about, I'd say, 60 kilometers away. So let's bring that in nice and close. 58 will work, I believe. Let me just make sure, because I don't want to be in the atmosphere. Yeah, anything over 50 is going to be good. So 58 should be perfect. Looks like I do have a bit of an inclined orbit, so I want to burn south, which is 180, and that should fix that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's probably about perfect. There we go. That's a good orbit. So, I'll set up a maneuver node here. And hopefully I've got enough delta V to do this in my stage. Delta V, oh, let's see, which one am I at? I'm at, yeah, I got about 1,000, so I have plenty of delta V for this. 53, 61. Oh, too much. Just ever so gently, let's try and circularize my orbit. 57, 57, that sounds perfect to me. So I've got a 42-second burn in about 7 hours. You can kind of see Duna and Ike hanging out there. And we're going to get nice and close to them. Whee! I love this. Okay, this is about time. Oh, shit. A little too far. What am I at now? 32. Okay. Yeah, definitely went a little too far there. Wasn't paying attention. Speed it up. And about right. That's about right. 55, 59. It's good. It's good. So, what remains is to time accelerate back over here, and then I want to put myself, actually probably right about here, I want to do a retro burn, so that way I'm going to land over here somewhere on the sunny side of the planet. Because we don't really want to land on the dark side, because that's not very interesting. Even though this thing doesn't really have any power needs, because it's a just a small little capsule. But... Am I? Oh, I am. But if we rotate this thing to see the sun, you can see I've got just a little bit of a custom fairing from the fairing factory right in here to kind of cover up any of that other stuff that we don't really want to see. But it's this is a pretty, I like this ship. Obviously, because I designed it. But anyway, we're moving on. We're going to go ahead, and I don't really think I need to set up a maneuver. I'll just do this manually. So, because I can only go 10 times, I'm going to fast forward till I'm right about here. Maybe here. Probably about here. So we're getting ready to do our final descent burn, at least as far as, not the final descent burn, but the initial descent burn, rather. I've got it all lined up. You can't really see much, so I'm going, you know, because I'm the dark side of the planet here, so I'm going to do most of the burn just here from the, from here, burning retrograde, and I want to probably have this thing come down to about right there. This puts me on a nice shallow trajectory. I'm probably going to land more about in here, because once I deploy the parachute and everything, which will pretty much be the next step, then I'm going to drop right about there. So I'm going to time accelerate just a little bit more to where I'm in the visible sunlight, and then I will separate for final descent. Okay, this is actually pretty good right here. This will be where I'll separate. I'm going to, just so I can see which direction I'm turning. Yep. Line myself up nice and neat with the sun, so that way you can see everything. And we've got Ike in the background. Let's turn that off. And separate. Now you see, this is the entire lander. It's basically, and here's the decoupler. I used a little decoupler. We've got one of the KSP X-Pack. It's the, I forget which one it is, but it's the little probe engine, as well as one of the, this tank, the something with a T, I forget, and the parachute, and our little lander legs. So this is all that we have going down to the surface. This is going there too, but it's going much faster, and it's going to slam into the planet right about over here. So let's turn this back on, and the rest of this I won't have any of the guidance from my flight computer, or not really flight computer, but the engineer mod, which gives me all that nice data that I've been using. So I'll go ahead and engage my parachute as well, because I might as well. It won't come out for quite some time, but do a little more time acceleration. Watch that slip away. Alright, now we're inside of the atmosphere, so it will be a little while yet before the actual chute deploys, but so we've got quite a few minutes before I actually hit the ground. Hopefully not too hard. But yeah, Jebediah's very excited, you can tell, because he's looking forward to this. This isn't the first time he's been to Duna here, but it's probably one of the probably the smallest craft he's actually done the trip with. In fact, it is, because this is about as bare bones as you can. I mean, it's one of the toroidal fuel tanks, and the little engine here, the Rockamax S487S, and just a parachute. So we only have about 10 units of liquid fuel to make the successful landing, but that usually amounts to well more than I really need for it. It's about 300 or 400 delta V, which with the parachute is again, it's going to be more than enough. So to spare you guys from boredom, I'm gonna fast forward again, and I'll cut back when we're about ready to land. Whee! All right. Alright, our parachute is deployed. At this point, we're going to have to start slowly using our engine here, because if we don't, then when this thing fully deploys, we're going to be moving way too fast and it's going to rip the parachute off and we're going to smash into the planet. So we don't want that to happen. We want to be about no more than, I'd say, 300 meters per second when this thing actually engages. Once the parachute does fully deploy, then we can kill the engine and wait until we're just about at the surface, and then just use it to just basically cushion the landing for the final descent. Alright, so mission successful so far. The final bit here is probably not that dangerous really, because at this point we're under parachute, but we do need to soften up the landing, because if we hit at 13 meters per second, although the capsule will probably survive, we'll lose both of our landing legs, and a lot of other stuff will be damaged in the process, and we don't really want that, so we'll bring it in nice and slowly, and touchdown. Hooray! So Jebediah is excited. He's gonna get out and walk around and plant a flag to commemorate this event. Bum ba ba ba. And I don't need to name it, but here we go! Jebediah Kerman on the surface of Duna with the tiniest little lander that I could think of without using the seat. So there you go. Hope you liked it. And if you didn't, well then, screw you. I'm kidding. Have a good one.